So, I read Jason Schreier's article on Anthem, and it confirms pretty much exactly what we suspected. For those of you who haven't already read the article, the link's in the description below, and feel free to go there now. Consider it required reading for this video. In brief, it reveals that the problem with Anthem is it was built in about a year and a half. Not that that was all the time they had to build it, but management was unable or unwilling to make decisions, squandering years of pre-production, ignoring advice from Bioware Austin, the team behind Star Wars The Old Republic, and they made mention of their principal competitor's taboo while the Frostbite engine refused to cooperate. Not that this all mattered, since the dev team wasn't even told what kind of game they were making until the trailer. And throughout this nightmare process, management kept insisting that the old Bioware magic would come through in the end and make a great game. Thing is, Bioware magic was never a thing. It was always the staff that made the games great, and as the staff left due to burnout, stress leave, or simply moving on to bigger and better things, well, Anthem's current state is the result. All credit to the dev team, especially Bioware Austin. Given the limited time they had, they made a fine game, but not a great one. Now there's a lot to talk about here, and I'm going to leave a lot out, because the reason I bring this all up is because I'm worried. Hopeful, but worried. Anthem is the second high-profile misstep from Bioware, and maybe their leadership will realize they need to shape up. Maybe things will turn around at Bioware. More listening and decision-making, less screwing around and hoping things just work out. But maybe they don't. Maybe EA sees the dysfunction in Bioware and decides there's nothing worth salvaging there. Much as I find EA's practices distasteful, I can't say I'd blame them. And it would be sad. I loved the Mass Effect trilogy. The Knights of the Old Republic was fantastic. And Dragon Age, it revived my love of fantasy for a time. But the Bioware that built those games, those veteran developers who forged those worlds, well, they're mostly gone. There are still great people working at Bioware, I'm sure, but I worry they won't get a chance to build anything more. Now, when I initially read that article, I was angry. The developers deserved better. I shouldn't even be doing a series on Anthem, because how can I support a company like this thing that Bioware has become? But after letting myself digest the article, calm down, I'm reminded of other online games that have shut down, and maybe they've invested enough in Anthem that they'll continue to support it, but what if they don't? What if Anthem gets shut down? I mean, I've been around quite a few games, and I've seen some of my old online stomping grounds shut down. I remember The Matrix Online, where I actually played a role in someone's video. God, I would love to see that again. I remember Seed, this cell-shaded non-combat MMO set in a damaged terraforming tower on an alien world that, nowadays, you can't find any details on that. And man, I remember City of Heroes. And villains. I might have played a villain, maybe, possibly played a villain. But I have these memories, and nothing really tangible to remember them by. I know, I'm being overly dramatic, but I'd been considering just blazing through the main story and saying, well, game complete, on to something else. But now I want to complete my series on Anthem, properly, do all the side stuff, talk to everybody, in part so I can just look back on the game in the future, and in part to see what all these developers worked so hard on, and mostly because I just need to know how Crimson Lancer ends. I'm not sure how popular that decision will be, but it's a choice I've made, and I felt like it deserved a video articulating it, so everyone who wants to know why things are the way they are, knows. It's the least I can do. And thank you for your time. I've been Professor Bright, and have a wonderful day.